Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Call Haloim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadash, Shalom Wa Barakim La Bukarim Shaya Sha'ala, Ha'akim Wa Akwatim Wa Banim Shaya Sha'ala, Wa Shinikabaga Wala Wakwab, Zakwanim Nawa, Wa Hashalayakim Nawa, Shaya Sha'ala Ba'aith. All praises to the Most High, the Heavenly Father, in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai, Heavenly Father being Yahweh, and the Son is Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings be upon the elect of Israel, the elect family. Alright, the men, women, and children selected to receive salvation from Yahweh Shai. Alright, through Yahweh Shai, the 12 tribes. Alright, it's all about the elect of the nation of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, alright, and Native Americans. And double honors to our elders and apostles, known as Great Millstone in these times. Alright, so Esau is fulfilling his prophecy. Alright, every day what I do is I go out on the news and I type in, I type in random things and I click news and change the filters to what's going on, what's updated. So I typed in Native Americans, just to check out the pipeline, what was going on. And today is February 8th. Okay, so this came out today, earlier this morning, about 12 hours ago. Alright, and this is the title of it. Native Americans, Seattle's original residents, are homeless at the highest rate. Alright, and that's at the hands of Esau. Alright, because the so-called white man, when he came over here, he oppressed the natives, man. Alright, which are known as the tribe of Gad and the tribe of Reuben. Alright, and some of the tribe of Issachar, Issachar was up, went kind of further north than just California, all right, and went further north than just Texas and New Mexico and Arizona, all right. So I'm gonna get some of this because this does have to do with prophecy, all right. So I'm gonna bring this out, basically exposing Esau, all right, which is the so-called white man, all right, because his turn of being homeless is next. Let me just read some of this here. Okay, Native Americans and Alaskan Natives are less than 1%. Let me blow this up. Are less than 1% of King County's population. Okay, but nearly 6% of its homeless population. The city is trying to fix that disparity, but there are obstacles. One of them, a civil rights era fair housing law. All right, I'm gonna read some of this here. It says Bridget Davis figures she was probably 10 the first time she started to fear going home because of her mother's struggles with alcohol addiction. All right, which that's PTSD. All right, a lot of that is from post-traumatic stress. All right, from what passed down through the generations. It's no different than the Negroes. All right, being addicted to cocaine and crack, man, being crackheads back in the 80s. All right, she found solace where she could on the Yakama Nation reservation that was her grandmother's home. Occasionally, she simply slept overnight alone in the park. After she became a mother herself, faced her own addiction, and spent years off and on the streets, Davis wound up living in Victor Steinberg Park near Pike Place Market. Among Native Americans and Alaskan Natives who are homeless, it is unofficially called Native Park because so many have stayed there. Many lives ended there too. Alright, let me jump down here. It says last year the city rebid its homeless services contracts. 5 native-led organizations were awarded $3.2 million to prevent and end homelessness. 4 of those groups had never received any city funding for those programs. So here it is, Esau's promising all this money, promised to help the situation, but the money never came through. Esau does not care about the tribe of Gad. He does not care about you Israelites, man. The idea was that the Native American organizations could best serve their own communities. These guys have an understanding of how to tailor their care for Indian people, said Michael Richard, president and CEO of Catholic Community Services and Catholic Housing Services of Western Washington and a member of the Minnesota Chippewa tribe. All right. Down here it says Seattle, after contract rebidding, is pledged to house 7,400 or 7,400 homeless people by the end of this year, more than double the total from 2017. To reach that goal, the city is requiring service providers, including the native-led groups, to hit quarterly performance targets. It says, despite the city's desire to reduce racial disparities, all right, housing can actually be prioritized based on race, and the Federal Fair Housing Act prohibits explicit set-asides, and organizations receiving public dollars for housing can't turn away anyone, and if they typically cater to specific cultural or racial groups. Add to these potential limitations the historical discrimination of Native people and the resulting social ills within that community, plus a region-wide affordable housing shortage. All right, these realities are perhaps all the more distressing in a city named for Chief Seattle of the Duwamish and Suquamish peoples. There's something out of balance when the First Nations people of this country are the most likely to be homeless, said Colin Echohawk, executive director of Chief Seattle Club, one of the newly found organizations. All right, so this is what you're looking at as a Gadite woman, all right, from the tribe of Gad. It says across the country, other cities like Seattle are focusing on the intersection of homelessness and race. The Center for Social Innovation, a Massachusetts-based think tank, recently launched partnerships with 8 communities, including Tacoma and Pierce County, which that's in out there in the state of Washington, to understand the wide racial and ethnic disparities in homelessness. But no cities have come up with a cure-all. The efforts are focused on analyzing data to understand who is more likely to be homeless, but there are no proven strategies to reduce these disparities. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. That's why these Gadites, man, they're in mourning. All right, they're in mourning, man. Look at the title of this: Racial Disparities. A Navajo woman finds peace in art, tradition, and family. All right, because there's not much of that left, man. There's nothing to have mirth or be completely happy about as a nation of people. All right, of the Israelites. Okay, when the majority of the homeless people in this place, in this country, are Native Americans, the tribe of Gad, man. Because the wicked is ruling, all right? So the people are mourning. Now let me get this other precept. Proverbs 22 and 27. It says, if thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from thee? All right? If you have nothing to pay, why should he take away your bed from you, man? That's talking about eviction, man. Who does this? Who does this? If you don't have enough to pay, who's coming to take your whole livelihood from you? It's these Edomites, man. It's the so-called white man. He's fulfilling his prophecy. The prophecies about him. It says, remove not the ancient landmark. All right? Remove not the ancient landmark. There's something out of balance when the First Nations people of this country are the most likely to be homeless. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. Who are the fathers? The Chippewa, all right? The Cherokee, the Navajo, the Apache, all right? You different so-called Native American tribes, which go back to the tribes of Gad and Reuben. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before men. All right, that's something else. But the point is in these 2 precepts right here. If you have nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? All right, well, this is why. All right, where is, let me get Job. All right, because this is something that was embedded in the so-called white man's DNA. All right, to act and operate the way that he does. Okay, this is Job 27 and 13. It says, this is the portion of a wicked man. All right, the wicked is outlined as the Edomites in the scriptures. All right, when you read Malachi, the 1st chapter, it talks about him being the border of wickedness. So it says, this is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors which they shall receive of the Almighty. So their inheritance is to oppress. All right, it's in their genes to oppress people. Okay, Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Right, promising $3.2 million to help the homelessness, and then 3/4 of it never even makes it there. Just like you had Obama. All right, you had Obama. When he came into office, I think he promised like $4 billion or something like that to the natives, and they didn't see not an damn piece of that billion. All right, Lamentations 4:17. This is for the tribe of Gad. It says, as for, and you know, the whole nation of Israel, really. All right, it says, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. All right, 3.2 billion to prevent and end homelessness. 4 of those groups had never received city funding for those programs. Why? Because Gad is looking for a nation that cannot save them. Esau is not coming to deliver the Israelites, man. Yahushua is, okay, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So it says, Micah 2:1 again, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power. It is in the power of their hand, right? It's embedded in their DNA, man. It comes with who they are, with their spirit. It says, and they covet fields. Did not they covet fields? Did not. What happened to Wounded Knee, man? What happened at Wounded Knee? Okay, and they killed off all the buffalo. They killed Jake in the wintertime, left mass graves. All right. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence. We already know, man. The Gadites, you already know. It says they take the fields by violence. This homelessness goes way back to the 1800s, the 1700s, and the 1600s. All right, nothing has changed. This so-called white man has not changed. All right, and this is today. This is coming out today, man. All right, February 8th, 2018. And they take them away, so they oppress a man and his house. Right, because they would take the native men, they would kill them off, and then take the women, pop the women. You know, and even pop the boys too, man. They're foul, man. These Edomites, the so-called white man, is a foul individual by nature. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man and his heritage. That's why they set up this wicked holiday like Thanksgiving, man. All right. Uh, Thanksgiving is based off the rape, robbery, and murder, and the forced homelessness of the Gadite tribes and the Reubenite tribes, like the Trail of Tears, man. They oppressed a man, even a man in his heritage. All right. Now they want to claim that they're the Israelites. They want to claim that they're pure. They want to call themselves a white on their applications and then their different fields that they fill out. All right. They want to act like they're pure. No, the Israelites are supposed to be pure and upright. All right. Esau was a wicked man. He was a man of the field. He was a cunning hunter, always killing. All right. Never following orders. All right. And oppressing people. You look at Alexander the Great, these different Roman emperors, all right, and the Greeks. Look how they ruled the people. They ruled them in violence, man. They coveted fields by violence. But guess what? Job 27:14. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread, right? Because they're going to be reproached. The Apocrypha talks how they're going to be reproached for their father's sake. That's why these so-called white people in these times, they're afraid and they're upset that we're calling them out on everything their ancestors have did, because they're reaping the benefits of it. All right? Joel 3:19. Egypt shall be a desolation. We're living in the modern day Egypt. We're living in the spiritual Egypt that's going to become desolate through nuclear fire. All right? You think the Lord is going to look down all this homelessness of his people and the condition that we're in and not destroy this place just like he did in ancient Egypt? You better think twice, man. It says, and Edom shall be, and Edom, which is the so-called white man, all right, and his different tribes, shall be a desolate wilderness, showing you that what? Edom and Egypt, all right, that Edom is ruling over Egypt, all right, if you can receive that. They go hand in hand. That's why they're in this precept and this prophecy together. It says, shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah. Judah representing the Negroes, so-called West Indians, and the Haitians. All right, that's the southern kingdom. It says, for violence against our children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. And they have shed innocent blood, man. All right. What did this say up here? It says, among Native Americans and Alaska natives who are homeless, it is unofficially called Native Park because so many have stayed there. Many lives ended there too, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. All right, so Esau is going to pay, man. All right, this devil is going to get it. These prophecies are going to come to pass. And Esau, you're the one who's going to be, no longer going to be remembered. All right, you're going to be homeless. All right, everything's going to flip onto you. Okay, it's going to come onto you. Where is this at? Job. Yeah, here we go. Job 20:6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach to the clouds, right? Because he thinks he's got it right now. The so-called white men in America, after everything they've done to the natives and the slaves that they brought over here from West Africa, he's lifted up. You know, he thinks he's in a good condition, in a good estate. His head is reached into the clouds. But look what it says. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, like his own shit. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. So you're going to become homeless, all right? You're going to be the ones that look down upon in society after America gets destroyed and the kingdom of heaven is established on earth by the Israelites, or Yasha Allah, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. These same homeless people, all right, that you're pushing out, the prophecy says, all right, prophecy says that tribe of Gad, all right, the elect of them are going to overcome. In Genesis 49:19, this is what our forefather Yaquab said to God. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Right, because the 12,000 of the Gadites are going to be chasing you Edomites, man. They're going to be chasing you down, just like they used to run as fast as the deer and certain animals. They're going to be chasing you down, man. You Edomites not going to be able to hide. You're going to get pushed out into the corners and into the worst parts of our establishment and our kingdom, man. Like you have us, all right. And you going to die out there. You going to be out in the cold. You going to be out in the heat, man. You going to look like a derelict. It says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. All right, meaning what? There's going to be no more Edomites eventually. All right, after they serve their term of slavery and their term of being homeless forever, all right, and looking like this, how this Gadite looks, all right, it's going to be no more Edomites. No more Edomites, all right? So the so-called white man who's known as Esau in the Bible, this homelessness is going to flip over to you, man, all right? Gad's homeless now, but you're going to be homeless in the kingdom. So I want to say, Barakatha Yahweh Shem Shai, call Halayim La Yahweh Shem Shai. I pray Yahweh Shem Shai wakes up the 12,000 elect and 1/3 Gadites and Reubenites and all the tribes, man. All right, speedily and quickly, so that this place can be destroyed. Call Halayim La Yahweh Shem Shai. Peace and blessings to the elect out there, and double honors to our elders and apostles known as Great Millstone in these times, the true men of the Lord. Shalom.